Your home should feel bold, polished, and totally you. I'm Danny Russo with Daniel Home. We design, remodel, and style spaces that look expensive because they are done right. From kitchens and bathrooms to full home renovations, we also got you covered on the furniture and the finishes that bring it all together. Are you ready to elevate your look? Visit danielhome.com or call 614-227-3155. B-roll. So anyway, oh my God, I sat down and everything needed updated. So we went off beta, which you told me the last week. You're like, I'm not doing another beta. And I'm like, you know what? I agree with her. But the last few updates, autocorrect has been really weird. So they worked that bug out. So the release candidate for iOS 26.4 just came out at 1 p.m. today, Eastern Standard Time. So as we were getting on this, every device wanted to update. And then Zoom needed an update. And then I'm like, okay, now this won't work. But we're preparing for the release of the real Siri, and she's actually going to be smart.
I don't believe you. Turning her off already.
They partnered with Google so that Google Gemini is what's going to be powering Siri. So that's actually a good thing, I think.
I hope. Look, I'm like, let me just turn that woman off.
Well, they were supposed to figure it out. They were supposed to release it.
I already turned it off.
Last year or the year before they were supposed to release it, and all the AI team at Apple quit, and they had already announced it, but it keeps getting pushed back. So they ended up partnering with Google. But if you remember when Apple Maps came out, when the iPhone first came out, Apple Maps were a hot mess. They had the wrong buildings, the wrong directions, and they had to partner with Google for the maps.
Honey, where did you go?
I'm here.
But do you see where you are? You're like the Incredible Shrinking Man. Your camera just like, I don't, oh, okay, there you go. I was like, we were at the same height. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait, I looked away for 1 second and you were somewhere different. Okay. That's a lot of updating.
Well, I have order disorder as well as update disorder. So I'm always trying to get the latest and greatest because you got to be first on the technology thing, right? I'm trying to get my light.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like there's benefits and patience in that only because it gives them time to work out the kinks. But it's also like, it's fun being the first one to try out the new whatever they offer.
When something comes out with Apple, you have beta is what it's the Apple beta program, but that beta goes out to developers first, and that is the developer platform for them to build and work out the kinks. But then there's the public betas. When you're on public beta, I'm gonna fall over. When you're on public beta, when you're on public beta, you're like a test,
exactly,
a guinea pig.
I'd rather wait.
And I think me and you have both done that.
Yeah. Well, so to give a little backstory, when I had my phone on the beta, I was only using my laptop like an external hard drive to like back up my phone. I wasn't using the cloud. And basically found out in order to figure out what was wrong with my phone, because I had some issue going on with my phone. It was like acting like it was crazy, possessed by demons. I don't even remember what happened. But
was this recently?
Essentially, yes.
Because
essentially when I can't hear you while I'm talking. So what did you say?
Wait, I told you to update the beta and you went to the Apple. Something was wrong, right?
Something went wrong, and I'd already, you had told me to update to beta a long time ago. And so I had it updated beta, and they basically told me that they can't run their diagnosis on it if you have beta on it. So I had to basically delete my whole phone in order for them to check the diagnostics on it. And I don't want to go through that again when they could just check it without having to delete everything and wait for it to upload all over again. Like, that's a time suck I can live without.
Yeah. I don't know.
And it didn't back up correctly. Oh, it wasn't even my phone. It was my computer. Now I remember because
the
two laptops, and it deleted all my stuff, all my work stuff that was on my computer because they had the same name-ish, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Whatever I lost, I'll never remember. But warning, disclaimer, if you have beta and you have a computer or phone issue, they make you delete it all and start all over.
Never a dull moment
Uh,
with technology.
Never. But you just did all these updates,
Oh yeah.
and so you haven't really tested them out yet because I was
Well,
wondering.
no, no, no. They're the release candidate. I they're the release candidate. So if you go to your phone right now and you click on General Settings Update, it's the actual update. It's not beta. It's the actual update.
I know, but I was asking, how do you like it?
I
Have you
don't
tested
what
it out yet?
Well, I had phones that were on beta, and I was
Mhm.
on beta until me and you talked last week, and I shut it off. And then I saw
This
today,
was a
like
month ago.
I just shut it off last week.
Oh, okay.
And then
Wow.
so like when you see RC, that stands for release candidate, that means what's coming out to the general public. So that came out for all Apple devices today. Watch, iPad, phone, computer, Apple TV.
So all you technology people out there, you'll understand what he's talking about.
My
Yeah.
coffee pot needed an update the other day.
We've talked about this with the smart homes segment about having to update your technology. Hard
Yes.
pass. Well, I think that was a nice, fun intro of some banter. Let's get into the TDX podcast of it all, shall we?
Yeah. Are we going to redo the intro at the end?
Well, I could do it now. I
Go
mean,
ahead.
it's always more fun to edit when it's hidden somewhere deep into the podcast. So, welcome to TDX Podcast, where the bold, the beautiful, and the brilliantly opinionated hosts, Danny Russo and Camille Cower, share all the latest in the world of design. We unpack the hottest design tips and design world's most talked about moments. So, grab your favorite beverage and let's get into it.
I'm
So, how was
ready.
your weekend? Somebody had a birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. I worked most of the day. Um, Actually, everybody forgot my birthday in my office yesterday. Not you, but they were like, wait, today's your birthday? And I'm like, it's on the refrigerator. It's on your calendar. I think it's on the calendar. I don't know. But I don't really celebrate birthdays anymore. I mean, like, like I heard from some random actress that I know, she's 29 forever. So I'm turning 23 has just been a milestone that I can't believe I've just reached. And I'm so thankful for my Botox injectionists. I'm so thankful to Juvederm, my sponsors, Laser Away, Hydrofacial.
Did you just have like spray tan or something done too? Because your skin looks really good.
No, I'm getting over my Bahamas tan.
Oh,
So,
that's crazy because last week
yeah,
you looked very pale in comparison. So I was wondering.
this is the camera. So, as we were
Mm,
talking about technology, I have had a random iPhone laying around that I'm just using for this podcast, and it's iPhone 15 Pro Max. And a lot of people don't realize that the phone that they're carrying around in their pocket is more powerful than any DLR. Is it DLR or SLR? Single
DSLR.
DSR. Any professional camera, like if you know how to use the iPhone Pro Max series properly, it's the equivalent, if not better, than a regular camera for shooting.
Shooting what? Because I'm sure there's a lot of photographers right now. They're like, excuse me, what? Because there's no lenses you can put on your
That's not
iPhone.
true. That's not true. If you go to Shift Cam is a company that we use, and they make lenses for the phone. They're the iPhone Pros have a three lens apparatus with built-in LiDAR technology. So, I mean, it's I took a whole class about 2 years ago with oh my God, I can't think of her name, but it was interior design photography, and she was the one
Sorry,
that
your
taught us
eyebrows
all
moved
this.
again.
Is that why I look good?
No, I mean, it's just your eyebrows, but it was still kind of funny because I was like it takes you back a minute because you're like, there's something crawling on you. And then you're like, oh no, it's just his eyebrows moving. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. So, but anyway, we took a
You can
class on
design class.
iPhone photography with God, I can't remember her name, and it's going to come to me as soon as we finish this, but I was in an Uber with her, and she taught us it's all about lighting and how to use your iPhone and tips and tricks, which was really good.
I could see that for furniture.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, someone that works as a lifestyle model, I'm like, I just don't feel like my camera on my iPhone is anywhere remotely as good as my digital camera, only because of like even the amount of pixels that are used, like to be able to zoom into it, sometimes it gets noisy as opposed to when I shoot raw in my phone. I mean, in my camera.
You can shoot raw
iPhone
on your
2, that's
phone.
I know, but I'm saying like in the sense of like,
How many megapixels is your digital camera?
oh, I can't tell you on the top of my head. I don't know.
So I think the new iPhones are running at 48, but I remember back in the day when they were like running at 6, 8, 12, and now for some reason, I don't know why Apple's always been behind with their cameras, but the new
Well,
ones,
that's what I was going to say. It was like I feel like because of the textures of like with furniture, it's not as in depth as maybe skin would be, or like there's
yeah,
different things that maybe it would not pick up. But in furniture, I could see that because the furniture is not going to have a nose on it and some eyelashes, different things to be airbrushed or like it's not going to pick up pimples or whatever. You know what I mean? But I think. Yeah, because like there's times I take photos with my iPhone. I'm like, why does it look like a filter sometimes as opposed to really showing my skin? If that makes sense.
you should go into your settings and you can control that.
But then it's
The-
going to take up all my battery, and I still want my phone to work as a phone.
which
But
phone
yeah,
do you
I get
have?
it. I have a different phone that I use for content just for that reason, so I can keep it on the higher settings without having to keep changing it back and forth.
Somebody was making fun of me the other day. I don't know if it was you or somebody else. So like, how many phones do you have? And I was like, oh, right now, one, two, three, four, five.
And he answers none of them.
I don't know the numbers to half of them.
No, I remember you called me and you're like, tell me what number this is that just called you. I was like, wait, do you not look at your T-Mobile bill and see all the phone numbers on there and
Oh,
they tell
I've
you
been
the
look.
phones that are connected to it?
Oh yeah, I've been looking at the T-Mobile a lot lately. We have an iPhone Air that we're gonna be getting ready to sell because of a situation.
Okay, on that note, so the
Yeah,
birthday fun.
birthday's fun. I literally just chilled out with my dog.
Oh,
My birthday was actually yesterday, and I worked all day yesterday, and then I um oh my God, our day was this podcast that we're about to talk about. Our topic is going to be value engineering, and I cannot wait to tell you what I was watching last night because you're not going to believe it. And I couldn't believe that I was watching it. And it's one of the first design or shelter TV shows that I've seen in a long time. But I just chilled out and hung out with my dog, and I don't know. I just lost my mother, and it was my first birthday without her, and that hit home a lot. So I was just not in the mood to celebrate.
fair.
Yeah,
Grief is
but
one of those things you just never know when it's gonna hit.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I found myself, I'm trying to find the name of this. I found myself at our new office, and I was just doing random things, straightening up, cleaning, going through mail because I'm 6 months behind on all my mail, and playing catch up. Um, and I happened to turn on the TV, and I had to log into my Hulu account, blah, blah, blah. And this show came on, and I was like when I logged into Hulu, it was one of the first things that came up on the banner. And it is called
I was wondering if you were purposely like just being
No,
dramatic by not
no.
telling us.
I was looking it up, and then a video
Oh, okay.
came up, and it's literally called That Thrifting Show with Laura Spencer is the name of the show.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Because I think she's the host of Good Morning America, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. I think she might be entertainment. I don't know. You might be
Laura
right. It might be Good
Spencer.
Morning America or something like that.
She was on host Laura Spencer, known for passionate. She was on The View, Teams
Oh,
Up. It just came out. Okay, so it just premiered March 19th.
okay. This is not the same Laura Spencer because it was a redhead.
She's blonde. Is she
Yeah.
not the one? Is she
Wait,
not
what'd you say her name is again?
Laura Spencer? Lara Spencer. I think
Oh, I spelled it Laura, not
was
Laura.
she the was she the one?
Yeah,
Okay.
Good Morning America. You're right. She's a longtime
Okay.
anchor
The weather
on
girl?
ABC's Good Morning America.
Yes.
It doesn't say anything about her being a meteorologist,
I
but
thought she was the meteorologist that took over for Sam Champion, but I could be completely wrong because I love.
don't have me lying
I
because
mean, I watch
those
that.
morning
I
shows.
watch Good Morning America constantly. Yeah, ABC Good Morning America. She's correspondent for Nightline, ABC News, The Insider, Early Show. She's a producer. PBC. She hosted Antiques Roadshow on PBS from 2004 and 2005. I did not know that. She also hosted Flea Market Flip on HGTV, the Great American Country Channel.
Okay, so Laura Spencer's resume went through it, got it.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering
Okay.
from you, from watching the show,
So
is there
I
anything?
never watched those kind of shows.
Yeah.
And the premise of the show was two teams of two designers, and they had the same exact room that was set up in a sound stage, and all it had in it was a bed, a rug, and a dresser or a desk. And they had 2 days and $2,000 to turn it into something. So they gave them two different options, and the options for those first episode that I saw, it was color, 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 or pattern, pattern, pattern. So to get to pick one which design aesthetic you got to use, you had to arrange four items in the decade that they came out. So team one got zero correct. Team two got one correct.
Oh
And they
no.
had a camera from the 20s, an item from the 60s, a candlestick from the 80s, and a bowl from the 2010s. And the first team got none of them right. The second team got the bowl right. So they literally were on Facebook Marketplace, went to thrift stores, went to people's houses, went to estate sales, and they only had X amount of time. And it was interesting watching them. It was two guys, two girls, and they got really crafty. I was kind of impressed. The two guys took this big painting, kind of like the one that's behind me or the one behind you, and they had this thick frame around it, and they engineered it to be on a hinge so it folded down and the frame turned into the table legs.
Oh,
And
fun.
I was like, huh, that's interesting. And we've
Can't
actually
spill
been
on the
getting,
art. Just kidding.
would you say?
I said you better not spill on the art. I was just kidding.
No, the art would be on the bottom of the table because
Right.
it folded down from the wall. No, the wood top for the table is behind the
I
picture.
got that. I'm just saying, I mean, things still spill over.
Oh, well, this piece of art was not like anything expensive. I think they paid $20 for it or
Oh, well,
$40. And they were
at the
like,
same time, it could be a happy accident.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God. Why? Why?
Would you lose?
No, like my phone's ringing and it never has sound on. So that was like crazy to me.
Mm,
Did you not hear it?
no, but
Oh,
that's how
never mind.
that's how it always goes.
Yeah, fantastic.
So you want to talk about value engineering today, I hear.
That's the rumor since you brought it up. Let's go right into it. But I wanted a little bit about with the show. Do you think those are great places to kind of start looking for like more inexpensive pieces from Facebook Marketplace, antique stores, estate sales? Is there other places you would also suggest?
Um, well, no, I wouldn't. But like I said, I don't watch design TV because why would I want to watch my job? Like, and a lot of it, I know I've been on different shows, it's very overly produced. This felt very authentic because some of the footage was being shot on their iPhones. So it felt very authentic. And you were watching them look at the places on their phones, meet the person and go pick up the item. And they didn't really have time to even do mood boards or style boards. They just had to go and find things and make it work. And then toward the end of the show, they were like editing their room, not editing the show, but they were like editing the styling of the room. And I didn't get through the whole episode,
Shocker.
but it was refreshing to see a show that was based on design in the real world that was not overly produced by producers and completely controlled and not real. It was like something that the average consumer can actually do themselves and attain. And as a designer, people think that we're expensive. And I say this all the time. We end up saving you money in the long run. And we are all about repurposing, reusing, and upcycling. And that show was refreshing to see that they were doing that.
No, you bring up a good point because I worked on this commercial and the script supervisor used to produce for HGTV, like for
Hmm.
Love It and List It and some other shows. I can't remember all of them now. I don't know if I'm supposed to say the name of the show, but let's just assume that's not one of the shows she does because I
Go
couldn't
ahead.
remember if
I
that was the
mean,
right one.
we're at the point in our careers and our age where who are we going to offend at this point?
I'm
Love
just
it.
not trying to get sued if it's an NDA, but needless to say,
Oh,
I doubt it'll be an issue. But she was just explaining like sometimes there was like limits to what they could use based on, and this should give it away, the commercials. Who's their sponsors?
mhm.
Like they'll have certain things that they have to use or certain looks that they have to use because Kohler might be the sponsor or Ferguson or a Home Depot or a Lowe's. I'm just throwing out different
Yeah, yeah.
brands and names so it's not like
No,
because
I
I don't
know.
think she told me exactly, but I was
Yeah.
like, that makes sense. Because I asked her, I was like, some of the times I feel like they don't really put in the personality of the people that live there. Because one of my girlfriends was on, not Love It or Listed, but some other HGTV show, and or it might not even be HGTV. I don't remember what it was, but they redid her home and they redid it in a way that wasn't practical because she's a makeup artist. She works for the Department of transportation and she does all these different things and she needed places to store, and even her nightstand they did like this weird, almost like the artwork but it didn't have legs, but this weird like nightstand that was just bolted to the wall without anything you could put underneath it, barely any room to put anything on top of it. And I'm like, this is not things
Practical.
you that are practical and livable. So I love the idea of going out and thrifting and finding things already made because I
Yeah.
think I told you before, me and my husband putting stuff together is worse than going to marital counseling. Like I'd rather go to that than putting anything together ever again.
Well, I mean, design should always be functional, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I mean, they were using, so they had a very, very, very small space. And the two guys used two bar stools that they were doing double duty as end tables and then functioned as seating as well. And the space was just one room and it was basically a studio. And I don't know, just it was inspiring. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of designers. I don't know, the design world has changed so much. We're very client centric in my firm, and we listen and we ask questions and we learn our clients' aesthetic and how they use their home. And it's funny, even moving our office into a condo that is functioning as an additional space for my condo. It's also functioning as our office. So it's been interesting because I had all the stuff in my warehouse and we no longer need a warehouse. So it's been interesting getting the pieces into the space and it's like, oh, this might not work this way. And it's like I'm figuring out like, yeah, I curated all these pieces over the years, but certain things won't fit, certain things won't work. So it's
Different aesthetic.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's all come together very well. I'm quite pleased with it, but I'm 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 on the client side and for one of the first times in many, many, many years.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm always about function over aesthetics. I'm
I
always
feel like I
about,
should ask the team, like, what's it like to have Danny as a client?
can we do that? How come?
No, they probably all get fired. Or you guys will all be fighting.
I wonder if we can,
They told the honest, what's it like to have Danny as a client?
um,
I can
that is
only imagine.
so funny because we're going to do something we've never done on the show before. And let's see. Tell me if you can hear this.
Oh no.
Can you hear it?
Uh-huh.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're recording right now, and me and Camille have a question for you. What is it like to have me, Danny Russo, as a client?
The client.
Uh-huh.
Just one word. Just one word.
She say
PG.
just one word, just one word, PG is what Camille just said. He said his first response was He said the same thing twice. ADHD. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Depends on what your ADHD about.
Well, with designing the unit that we're in right now as our office.
I feel like we've had a good flow
Okay.
with our decision making in our process.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got media training. Very good. Very good.
She's saying
Gold
very good.
star.
You got media training. Okay.
He's like, I'm not ruining my bread and butter. What?
Okay, we'll call you back.
That was great, Kaden.
Thank you.
Gold star.
He's so good. He really reins in my creativity, and we work so well together. My current team with Caden and Ellie, it's as the design department, we're like really good on it. So, but anyway, back to value engineering and when is thrifting good and when is it not? So, if you're on an extremely tight budget and you really don't have the money to spend on things, but you really want your place to look well, you still should use a designer, and we still can get you things that come from antique sales or estate sales that are affordable. But at the end of the day, you really need a designer to pull the space plan together and make your space really feel like it's you.
I think also that because you know the difference between designer grade, builder grade, what you can get that's just, I guess, white labeled. I don't know what the generic,
Why,
I guess, the term, but
when
like
you
you'll know
say
the difference in that. So you know when to buy, like when
yes,
to splurge, when not to splurge, which can also save you money because like maybe you don't need to
correct.
splurge on picture frames, but you definitely need to splurge on your sofa. Like we've talked about that before.
Yes, we have, and you're very correct on that. But let me tell you something where people think that they don't know better. And I've said this all the time. When you go to Amazon, um, not Kohl's, Lowe's, Home Depot, and you see the Kohler brand or the Moen brand or any other national brand, you are not getting the same product that is sold through a designer through a plumbing house showroom. You are getting a value engineered product. What does that mean? That product, that plumbing, let's say that sink faucet, has been value engineered to the point where all of the brass fittings have been removed and replaced with plastic, and you're getting an off brand with the Kohler or Delta or Moen name attached to it. But those products are value engineered to leak or fail and be replaced within 3 to 5 years.
Wait, this
So,
is like late breaking news. I had no idea. You're basically telling me when I go to Lowe's or Home Depot, I'm basically buying TJ Maxx or like not TJ Maxx, but you know what I mean? Where they say like designer brands that are sold at the off sacks or whatever.
yes,
It's like
correct.
secondhand quality. Oh, not secondhand, but you know what I mean.
It's like a product that's produced, like you have an outlet store and like let's say Nordstrom outlets, Nordstrom Rack
Got it.
and Saks off Fifth. The consumer thinks that they're getting product that is either left over or not sold or overproduced by Nordstrom or Saks. That is
Yeah.
completely not true. Nordstrom's and Saks off Fifth, Nordstrom's Rack produces products specifically for the outlets, and that product is produced in lower quality factories and could still carry a brand name, but it is not the brand name.
Mm.
Does that make sense? And that is value engineering at its finest when it comes to retail. When it comes to your home, do you really want to have a leaky faucet in the middle of the night or a plumbing leak? Exactly. So when you're
Oh, but if I do, I will have that trusty dusty thing you told me to get like 3 episodes ago that tells you when you're having a leak.
the leak detector from Govee
The
Home.
leak. Because you were like, what are the smart products you do need to have?
Yes.
I listen. I retain information. Gold star for me. My teachers would be so impressed.
Yes, leak detectors are,
Mhm.
and that's probably why we have leak detectors is because of those faucets.
It's almost as if like the egg to the chicken, right? Where they create problems to keep consumers keep coming back to some extent.
Well,
Because
yeah,
if everything worked forever,
you need a constant flow of you need to constantly be updating. And
But
Yeah.
these days and age, because of everything costing more between the tariffs, between oil prices, between everything, I think it's so great that you're teaching us some great ways we can kind of save money on things we need in our home.
Yes.
They're like necessities. So you gave us some great options on places to shop. I
Mhm.
also would like to say it was kind of a plug since somebody is downgrading their warehouse. Definitely check out in the Columbus area local thrift shops that may be near or close to North Shore area. I think
North,
that's the right area. I don't know, Jersey
north,
Shore,
the
somewhere.
sh the short north area, and I love that she's saying that because we did have a lot of inventory out there at a bunch of different local resellers, but unfortunately, most of it has sold.
Well, I mean, I'm
However,
sure
you
this
could
is going to be an
still,
ongoing thing.
yes, you can still find great items at danielhome.com under the shop link.
Oh, of course. Like
Yeah.
first, like never used items, but
No.
not that those were
Yeah.
used, but they were in the
No,
warehouse.
we've created our store to cater to every budget, and I try to really pay attention to things that I use in most people in my projects, and you can find some great deals
Yeah.
of for all budgets. So I tried really hard. Like when we were building it, a few people were helping me, and I'm like, why do we have a $16,000 outdoor sofa on here? We're not selling that online. Nobody is going to pay that. Like, and we did a lot of
Honey,
editing.
let me tell you something. I had a conversation recently with somebody off air.
Mhm.
I'm going to change the story around to protect those that are innocent-ish.
To protect the
Um,
identity of the innocent, she will be changing the names to fictitious names, places, and times.
exactly. So there once was a person who had an order for some very expensive drapes. Okay, I can't really think on the top of my head how to change the story. And they had like an independent drape maker that made all their drapes, and the drape person was just like slacking on their Mac and like really taking forever. So they were like, our client needs it by a certain dinner date. We have to just make it happen. So they ordered like a bunch of fabric from some random place. I'm not going to say where, but it wasn't Timu. And they just put the lining inside of it and charged $10,000. And it probably only cost them $300 to make. So the thing is, sometimes when you think you're paying designer, it's just that they put that extra layer of love inside of it, like the lining. And you can get cheap stuff and make it like nicer by just
I mean, if you want
taking it to a
something,
seamstress.
I'm going to send you a diagram. If you want, there's three things. There's quality, price, and
Speed. You've
speed.
already sent me this.
You only could have two. If you want something fast and cheap, it's not going to be quick. If you want
What?
something, if you want something fast and
You
cheap,
said
if you
what?
want to, I'm sorry, if you want something fast,
And cheap.
if you want something fast and cheap,
It
it
won't be
will
good.
it will not be good quality.
Right.
If you want something good quality and you want it fast, it's not going to be cheap. If you want something, what's the third one? Oh my God.
Cheap and fast.
It's going to be expensive. If you want
No,
something cheap and
stupid.
fast,
See, this actually, I'm
I
kind
got
of
to get
glad we have the notes right here because it literally went through all of them, and that's how I knew it was wrong. We had to do it again. So
yeah.
something fast and cheap, you said, something good quality. And fast, it
Where
won't
are
be
you getting
cheap.
these notes? How do
It's
I see
remember when
these?
you remember when it said about transcribing? You're like,
Yeah.
this episode is
Where
being
where is it going?
I guess like on my side, it's transcribed on my side, but I don't know how it looks for you.
Use meeting transcribe. Start taking notes. Transcription is on.
Okay.
Maybe I
So
don't see
for
it.
all of our, please take a moment while you listen to our sponsors.
Um,
Just kidding, because
let me find the diagram while we're talk about something.
okay. So actually, we'll just take a moment for our sponsors. Just kidding.
What
No,
is that called? A diagram? Diagram? Oh, goddamn. Come on. I can't even type right now.
it's 253.
I know. And I'm looking for a diagram,
Oh,
a
boy.
DIA. Oh, keyboard's not
While
working.
we're recording, I'm gonna have to edit all of this. That's all I'm thinking about.
Okay. DIAGRAM.
While you do
Oh,
that.
found it.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
More articles with me in it.
Okay, ready?
No.
If you want something fast and cheap, it will be, if you want something fast, cheap, and great, I can't figure this out. If you want something fast and great, it's going to be trash.
What?
If you want something fast and cheap,
Wait,
it's going to
it's
be,
not fast
it's
and
going to
great
be,
if it's trash.
it's going to be, if you want something fast and cheap, it's going to be dipped in ugly sauce with haste and carelessness. If you want something cheap and great, it's going to be just in time to be late, too late. If you want something fast and great, you get what you pay for.
Wait.
Wait, so I read it wrong. If you want something fast, free, and great, it says
Even
go
do
away.
free.
I need to send this to you so you can throw it in here.
No, you already sent it to me. That's how I
No,
knew it was.
this is a different one. I just found it. I don't know. I don't
Oh,
even
okay.
know. I don't even know how I found it.
I know because you were Googling fast, free, and cheap.
Well, no, I saved it at some point. I just don't know
Yeah, I
when.
know. I saw it in my photos at one point, like not that long ago either, which,
No, I know. I
oh
just
no,
saw
that
it
wasn't the one
too.
I saw. Because free wasn't on there, and that's ridiculous.
I know that one I was laughing
Oh, it
about.
really says dipped in ugly sauce.
Yes.
Came up there with the top of your head. I'm like, I've never heard him say dipped in ugly sauce before.
No,
I
I
think I'm
just
stealing it.
I found that and I'm like, what the heck?
Oh, man, that's hilarious. Oh, wait. I hate when I get notifications while I'm on air because then all of a sudden I'm
I'm the
like,
one that
wait,
sent it to you. It was me. I sent you that.
sent me what?
I'm the one that sent you the notification.
No, I got another one right after you.
Oh,
It's like once they start opening, it's like,
no,
nope. Oh, it's almost like a new hour. So it's like, I
no.
guess, programmed. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. We talked about value engineering and we're going to get back to it because the signs that your contractor is cutting corners. Like, tell us some like tricks and tips that people can tell because not everybody gets the benefit of a Danny Russo because they don't live in Columbus, Ohio. Well, they kind of can because everything's online right now. But and you do Zoom consultations. That's one of the good things that came
Yeah.
out of the pandemic is learning how to do things virtually. But for those that might be using a different builder, how can they tell? Because there's been times when you've told me things that if it wasn't for you, your client would have like random doors that open in the wrong direction near another door, like their oven or something. It was something I was just like, that's also like a fire hazard. I don't remember what it was, but
I have seen some interesting things happen, especially during the pandemic when inspections weren't being done properly, codes weren't being followed properly. And oh my God, the things that we were seeing were out of this world. But how can you tell? I mean, if you're calling a contractor that's available right away, that's a sign that um, if they don't
red
have
flag.
work, yeah, that's a red flag right there. Um, if they're not showing up to the job site when they say they're going to show up, red flag. If they're going to Home Depot and Lowe's too much, red flag. Like there's plumbing supply houses, there's electrical supply houses, there's builder supply houses. Like if you're going to Lowe's for like something easy, like maybe paint, caulking, tape,
You love
cleaner.
saying that word, don't you?
I know. Um, those are things that are reasonable. If you need a screw, if you need a wire, if you need nuts and bolts, those are good things. If you're needing fixtures, if you're needing plumbing fixtures or lighting or something like that, you're not going to get a good quality thing. And if you're buying lighting from them, my God, you're going to have something that everybody else has, and it's just going to look cheap in the end. So, like, I've had clients vet me and they've requested 3 references. They've requested my insurance certificate. You always want to make sure that your contractors are licensed, insured, and bonded. I'm one of the few designers that is all 3 of those. Um, you, um, you want to basically see references of their work, talk to other people they've worked for. And there's a lot of scammy contractors out there that have taken advantage of people that I hear about, and it just makes me sick because it gives all of us a bad name in the end of the day. So it's interesting. We are in an interesting world. I am
No,
I'm just like I'm baffled by some of the things I see with electrical and what you don't know, you don't know. And that's why you need a DFR, a Danny Russo, or a designer, because we know what we're looking at and we know what to look for, and we can see when something's off. So it's very important to um, pay attention and value engineering. I was a victim of it. A lot of builders will do that. They present you with one thing, and there's a bait and switch tactic that they do. Uh, Specifically, I can reference my own building and my own unit. When it was being built, the outdoor patio had this roof layer on it, and they were just going to leave it like that. And I'm like, this something's not making sense. And the renderings that we saw of the building before it was built had these beautiful glass um, walls on top. Those got value engineered down to metal railings. And then they put these 200-pound, 2 foot by 2 foot concrete pavers on top of a rubber membrane roof. Not only did they use one, they used them on every balcony. Guess what? 200-pound concrete pavers are too heavy and will penetrate a rubber membrane of a roof, which causes leaks on a different floor. Nobody would listen to me when I was telling them this. And I'm like, they ended up having to replace the roof, do drywall work. But I found out I was friends with the designer that actually did the project. And the developer told the designer, go to this place, find the cheapest paver possible. That's what we're using on the patios. When I tell you these pavers weigh 200 pounds a piece, it is no joke. And they are not something you use on rooftops.
That's insanity.
Yes. So,
Ryan, it reminded me of a story. I think you were staying at a hotel, and the hotel across from you had, like, they did cheap plumbing or something. So they had to redo all of the plumbing. You remember? Or maybe it wasn't a hotel. Maybe it was no, it was a business. It might even be in the Ritz. It was like somewhere nice. It kind of surprised me because you were like telling me something was wrong. Like they put in the wrong kinds of pipes and had to redo the whole, it's coming to you. Because you tell me a lot of don't. So it's like
I
hard to,
know I'm afraid to tell you this story because I am a brand ambassador for the company. And
oh, you
um,
could have skipped that part.
yeah, well, I
Well,
can't.
you weren't the brand
Let
ambassador for
me
the company that the bad products they use. They used the wrong version of it. Not like the product was bad.
Okay, so the company in question makes, let's call them coatings, and they make a product that is a fire coating for steel. And the company that they hired to apply the product, which was their own product, they did not apply enough of the product to it to pass fire inspection, and they had to stop what they were doing and rip out walls and reapply, which added an additional 2 years onto the project.
Okay. So again, it's not the product's problem.
Mm,
Like it wasn't. It was they didn't apply enough of it.
yes, we'll go with
So
that.
yeah,
But
that
there,
could be human error.
I just recently saw something that plumbing, if it's not inspected, it did fail, blah, blah, blah. But can we take a quick break? Because it's 3 o'clock and I got to make sure my kids hit pause. I'm going to pause.
Okay.
How do we pause? Just pause. So yeah, that project was one of the few things I saw where I don't know if they didn't pay the contractor enough to apply whatever they were doing, but when you're dealing with LSS, which stands for Life Safety Systems, which is your fire rated coatings, you don't want to go cheap on that. And it's funny, people try to cut budget, and that's one thing you cannot cut at all whatsoever.
Well, like
But
you said, you either get it fast or cheap. And
yeah,
maybe they were trying to be fast and it ended up being not fast and not
there's
cheap.
one other thing I wanted to bring up when it comes to appliances. Um, the appliance industry and the appliance market has shifted so much. It was like before 2008, everything was pretty good quality. Then we had the financial collapse. Then we started seeing cost cutting and value engineering when it came to appliances. Then we had COVID happen. And then now that COVID has passed, people that bought appliances in 2001, 2, 3, they're failing now in 2025 what year is it? 2026?
Mhm.
Because we had a chip shortage. So how did they get around that? Parts are missing, things, semiconductors, blah, blah, blah. They didn't have chips. But some of the most overrated appliances I've seen are Thermador, Viking, Wolf, and people gravitate to these luxury brands and they end up being the most expensive to repair or replace. And GE was known as a household name for appliances. They no longer make appliances. GE's name has been bought by Haier, which is a Chinese company, and GE only makes aircraft engines these days. Yeah, even the light bulbs, another company makes the light bulbs, another company makes the appliances. But for a while, we had Bosch producing all Maytag, Kenmore, GE dishwashers were all coming out of Bosch. They were just relabeled. The GE drawer dishwasher from their cafe line comes from Fisher Paykel. But it's funny that when I have clients that I go into their home and I see a Thermador or a Viking refrigerator or stove, I immediately ask them, I immediately open the fridge and I'll typically see a sticker of the appliance repair person who's already been there. And then I go, so how's this refrigerator working for you? Oh my God, we've had so many problems. Okay. But if you remember our parents' refrigerators from the 80s, they're still going. You couldn't get those things to stop working if you tried.
I mean, it's like a backup refrigerator to the backup refrigerator to the backup refrigerator that she only puts waters in.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
they're still
uh-huh.
working.
It's in her gym outside in the extra room. But I also
Exactly.
wanted to bring up something when you were saying all of that. And now I'm like, oh my God, did it just disappear from my brain?
Or ADHD.
Well, yeah, I'm like the Adderall is probably worn off by now because it's been over 8 hours since I took it. Oh dear God, it was good too.
Appliances,
Appliance. Oh yeah. So
washer and
yeah,
dryer.
appliances. One thing that I remember you telling me about appliances, even like when like so like a lot of times with companies, they'll say they're going to do price matching. And so what like corporations will do or the appliance companies will do, they'll send um the same washer, same dryer, whatever, to one to Lowe's, one to Best Buy, one to Home Depot, and they'll just change it the model number just enough so you can't price match it. Because I remember being like, oh my God, this looks like, when you Google it, you're like, it takes the same filter, it takes the same this, da, 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 it's $100 cheaper. Oh, but see where it says BB? Yeah, for Best Buy, yeah, it's not the same model. Sorry, good luck. I only had that happen to me once, but I was like,
Now, what did you
there you
buy? Was it a
it's embarrassing
refrigerator?
enough.
A refrigerator?
Well, I mean, this was in 2015. I think it was a stove, but it was one of those things where it was just like,
Now,
I'm not a coupon cutter. I'm not a like I'm just not that organized to do all of that. And I hate the idea of somebody be like, oh, you can't afford this. Maybe you should go shop at the baby doll store or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
no,
it gives me anxiety. So I was
I
just like,
just
ah.
Best Buy.
Mhm.
So stick to what you know is what I always think. And Best Buy,
I'm
I
not picking on
never,
Best Buy. I was just saying
I know, but I would never
first. Yeah.
think they've always sold appliances, I guess. But I don't think of Best Buy as the place that I'm going to go to go appliance shopping. Like that's not the first place that comes to mind for me. Lowe's is not the first place that comes to mind. When I want to buy appliances, I know where the um, certain showrooms are that carry all ranges of appliances that I do get better pricing at as a designer because we work with them so much. And um, I just know that they have service departments that know how to service them. Like warranties are kind of a big deal. When the GE Avantium oven came out back in 2003, I was one of the first people to have it. I was on a first name basis with the GE repairman to the point where me and him would go to lunch because he was at my house so much fixing it. And I'm usually the guinea pig. And I'm not talking bad about GE because I still sell their products. They've come a long way. They've gotten bought, but my first Avantium oven caught on fire and they replaced it. But having that warranty, this is when GE was still a company. But like, you just want to have. Samsung has been very good lately. Gen Air is really good. I'm trying to think of the other ones. You really want to stay away from Z-Line. A lot of people are looking at Z-Line fridges because the aesthetic looks good, but they've been failing very fast. They're known for their range hoods, and that's about it. So when I think of Best Buy, go ahead.
Oh, that actually worked. Um, I have a question. C- That caught me so off guard that it worked. Dang it, I don't remember my question.
Stick to what you know. Best
Yeah.
Buy, GE.
No, I don't know.
You raised your hand.
I know. And then I was
Look
like,
at the
so
transcription. Look at the transcription.
I don't know where it went. I don't know if I closed it out. I can't find it again. Oh, I have to click on it. Oh, because when we paused it, it stopped doing it.
Oh. Um, Appliances, ice makers, ovens. Any questions? Is it coming back to
No, just
you?
no. Mm-mm.
But
Just
yeah,
stay as you were.
there's like so let's go back to plumbing really quick. I want to touch on something with Amazon. So we have an Amazon shop on our we have an Amazon shop as Daniel Home, but there's some news that just came out over the last summer that people were buying plumbing fixtures from Amazon. They were being produced in China and they had a lot of lead in the product. So you really want to be cautious of where you're shopping. Go ahead. You
I remember
remember?
now. Do you recommend, you've heard of Consumer Reports, of course, but
Yes,
do you recommend people use that as a guide? Like, do you find that to be pretty accurate as far as like
I
which
do.
appliance are really good?
I
Or is it
do.
only the consumer big box stores that they check out anyway? But
So I've learned from a lot of my clients that they check reviews often and frequently, and you have to remember that most people will not leave a review when they are satisfied. The people that leave reviews are typically when they're dissatisfied. So online reviews typically are skewed in a negative direction. So I do take reviews into consideration and I follow up on what the product, what has changed about the product between the time of the review and the time of the purchase, because products are always getting revamped. Technology is always changing. So it's Consumer Reports is a very reputable place for that. When you're buying an appliance, that's considered a durable good. A durable good is a long-term investment. And it's funny, those typically last 7 to 10 years. And I've heard of stories right at year 7, something's failing. But a durable good is your washers, your dryers, your mattresses, your furnaces, your air conditioning. And if you get 10 to 15 years out of a product these days, you're extremely lucky,
mm,
in my opinion.
that's see, there you go, giving all the great tips. So
Yeah.
you'll have to tune in again next week to get more great tips, or the week after that, or whenever we decide, because we're both ADHD.
We've been
We
really
decide.
good. We've been really good about getting these out. We're getting real regular. We're getting regular. You know what I mean. At
I definitely
podcasting.
do. I definitely do. It's just instantly like it brought back an old memory of what regular means in some
Oh,
other world. And immediately I was like, I don't want to talk about that on air. So I'm not going to mention it anymore.
well, hey, our main demographic is women. So anyway,
Yeah.
happy National Women's Month. Is that this month or last month?
Women's History Month.
Women's History Month. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very good.
See,
Yeah.
on top of it.
Always. Like I'm very impressed. Because like the other day I was like looking through Hootsuite and it was like, it makes up like all these special days and stuff.
Yeah.
And yesterday was puppy day too. And I was like, oh, your birthday's puppy day. I'll have to remember that for next year. Because we could have posted a picture of Theo and said it was your birthday.
Yeah.
And then I could have reminded everyone. But
It's funny when you just said that. I just found an amazing picture of him.
send it.
I will.
Every day is puppy day in my world.
I know, right? He looked, I think it was his picture from where I got him. And I don't know why it came up so fast because we're in New York. Where the heck? Halloween? Am I going forward or backwards?
Well, on that note, while he's looking up for the beautiful picture of Theo, I want to make sure everybody tunes in. Make sure you subscribe, share with a friend, make sure they subscribe as well. Like, share, comment, make sure we get some of that engagement because then that makes more people get they'll get recommended this podcast. So then more people see it, and then we have more reason to create more.
Yeah, let's do it. But
Yeah, comment on the different things you want questions for. If there's things you need, it's not going to record me if you're talking. If you're boom pack a lacking in the background.
Are you
Although I
excited?
did like having background music.
Was that cool in the gang? Who are we seeing in April?
Oh my God. Oh yeah, cool in the gang. For a minute there, I thought you were talking about the guy we already saw who did all the mouth beatboxing.
Who does
It's
that?
kind of before my era, but it's also during my era because my auntie would listen to him.
Belle Biv DeVoe?
No, the guy. Really?
Oh, Rick Rock.
You weren't even there.
Rick Rock?
Rick.
I don't
Stop
know.
naming people because I can't even think of the guy's name.
I mean, fact.
Dougie Fresh.
Dougie Fresh.
He's the Dougie. He's the Dougie of Dougie Fresh.
Now, didn't he have to stand in for, he was the stand-in for In Vogue, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're going on tour. Did you see that? They're going on tour with Salt and Pepper
Did you see
and
that?
TLC. I guess it's TL. No.
What happened to
LC?
C?
No, TC. Left Eye is the one that passed away.
I can't keep up.
What do you mean you can't keep up? It's the 90s.
I know.
None of this is new information.
It's
I think
just.
she died in the 90s. In the airplane.
Who?
Was it the same airplane crash that Aaliyah died? I don't know. It was so long ago. My memories are messed up.
I'm aware. But anyway, make sure you follow us on Instagram at Daniel Home, the Daniel Home on YouTube, Daniel Home or the Daniel Home on Instagram, I believe. Danny Russo on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or X. Do we even say Twitter anymore? It just vanished.
It sounds weird to say X.
I know, right? Follow me on X.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
X.com, maybe? I don't know. Whatever.
All right. Happy designing. Spend your money wisely. And
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. You go, Miss Pastel.
I know, right?
And